Welcome back everyone to another review video. My name's John and this is Gel Reviews. Today we are going to be reviewing the Nightcat one-man tent. This is a single trekking pole tent. It's ultra lightweight. I have to say this is a really premium quality tent. So in this video, we'll take a good look at all the details you want to know about the Nightcat. I'll show you the dimensions, the weight, how to set it up, and what it's like inside the tent and how much space it will actually give you. This tent performed really well when we took it out on a recent backpacking trip. It's super light for the price, rapid setup, really strong and premium quality. And by the way, I was really impressed with Nightcat's online store. It has loads of outdoor hiking and camping equipment that are really cool. Don't forget, if you're interested in getting one of these Nightcat ultralight tents, I'll leave the relevant links in the description of this video, so be sure to check them out. So let's get into it. Please subscribe. So check it out. This is just how tiny and compact this one-man tent is when it's all packed up. Look at that. Really compact. Fits into your backpack, no problemo at all. Let's give you a few dimensions. In its packed up state, it measures 350 millimeters. That's 35 centimeters long. The width of it, 115 millimeters wide. That's 11.5 centimeters wide. And the diameter, 90 millimeters. That's 9 centimeters wide. Checking out the weight in a fully packed up state, 1,093 grams, so that's literally a smidge over 1 kilo right there. It comes in this pack. This is a ripstop fabric, it's a nylon 15 denier fabric. The sack itself has one of these rollover tops. This is the tent itself. It comes with 10 aluminium tent poles. Each of them has a loop tied at each end. And in terms of the Nightcat one-person tent, this is it. You get your stuff sack, you get your tent, and you get your tent pegs and pouch. You also have a patch repair kit that's inside of the tent peg pouch. The only extra things you will need with this is obviously a trekking pole. This is a one trekking pole system. You will need one of those, and generally if you're a hiker you will have 2 trekking poles. Now something this does not come with is there is no ground sheet, meaning an extra layer of protection. That is something I actually wish this product came with, but it didn't. I have, however, purchased one for $10 from AliExpress, and I will be using this when I set up this tent. Groundsheet just provides an extra layer of protection between, rocks and sticks and things like that wherever you pitch up your tent. Something like this is a must in my opinion, but not many of these tents come with these additional ground sheets purely because they add a bit of extra weight. And this is 220 grams on its own. The size of this one is a bit more larger, 210 by 150 centimeters, but I think this is important to have. All right, so let's get this thing set up. And there we have it, folks. Takes about 5 minutes to set up, so it's nice and quick. But this is what it looks like at the end of your pitch. So you'll notice it has these yellow reflective guy ropes. The tensioners are one of these glow-in-the-dark type of tensioners, and they're pretty easy to tension. When you're setting this up, the peg has to go through both this top strap and also the guy rope that's at the bottom of the bucket of the tent. So that's something to keep in mind. You're going to go through both of these loops. It has an air vent up at the top. So it's a very, very slight little bit of mesh there to allow a bit of airflow inside. What I like about this is that you can tension this easily and really well. Just have a look how taut the tent has been pitched. Water that falls on this just goes down. No problemo at all. Tensioning is really simple. You're just going to be pulling here and you're going to get a really nice tight finish. Up on the sides here, this just pulls it out a little bit more. So I've set that up. Now in total, the amount of pegs we have used here is 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we do have one more peg left over. In terms of the front door, the instructions are not very clear in what to do, but I figured out that the best way to do this is you're going to put your tent peg right here. It's got a loop here, and then from the top of the roof there, the guy rope will basically feed through that loop. And there's another tensioner there that has 2 tensioners, and then it's got what's called a ram's horn attachment. And I've simply attached this to this closed side of the door. Easy to put on and off, but I like to leave this side loose so that I can, unzipper it as well. Now looking at the material itself, the rainfly here is a 15 denier silicone coated nylon material. You will notice that it's the ripstop fabric. So this has a waterproof head rating of 5,000 millimeters, meaning 5 meters of water can be sitting on this before it will start to leak through. So that's pretty good. You'll notice I've got my tent pole right here. That's nice and easy to set up. It just goes up inside a very nice, strong stitched and seamed area, and you basically just extend the tent pole all the way down. There was a little bit of a ring in there. I don't put it in the rope, I put it in the ring, and that really gets a nice tension for stretching up your tent. It's a single door and it's a J-style zipper door. The zippers work really, really nicely, but there's only one side that opens up. So if you're after something that's dual, this isn't it. This is only single side, but it's more than enough. The mesh material is a no-see-um mesh material. This will keep out all the mosquitoes, or your spiders, or your creepies and nasties that you don't want crawling over you in the middle of the night. Looking inside the tent, we have a bucket design. The bucket actually comes up quite nice and high. The inner material, I can feel it. It's really strong. It's a 20 denier silicone nylon fabric. You can just feel the quality in this is actually really, really good. It's almost like I wouldn't need this ground sheet, but I always like to use a ground sheet where possible. All the seams are nicely sealed, and you can see inside it's a very ventilated mesh inner. Over at the ends here we have one pocket. The pocket is a bit on the small side for my liking, but then again, considering the design here, there is no other area to hang a pocket here, so that's what it is. It does also have a lamp holder or a light holder at the top here, and it sits like that. Okay folks, it's starting to rain, gotta get inside. Alright, getting in and out of the tent. Look, it's a one-man tent. It's easy enough. If I can do it, anyone can do it pretty much. Now, what I like about the tent here is it has a very large vestibule area. So check it out. I've got my backpack here. There's a bit of a gap under there which allows a bit of ventilation, but at the same time it's enough cover for rain that might be coming just to go down there. So you just have to be wise how you pitch up your tent. You don't want water coming down this way, for example. And you'll notice on the inside how it's being pulled up. So this part of the inner is being pulled up by the outer at that point. We have the same over there, and we have another one over here. If you want it pulled up a little bit more, you can actually pull it from the guy rope outside, or maybe put a stick underneath to support it so it kind of lifts up a little bit higher. Let's give you a few dimensions of the inside area. The width in the center, all the way from the door to the outer there, it's 1020 millimeters. So that's just a smidge over 1 meter. Because it tapers in a little bit here, the dimension from end to end there is 800 millimeters, so 80 centimeters right at these corner edges. A meter in the middle and 80 centimeters at that end. The length of this tent, you won't believe this, but all the way from that end, run it down to this very edge, 2360. That's 2.36 meters. Now folks, 2.36 meters is extremely long. So you have a lot of length in here to stretch out. I'm only 176 centimeters long. This tent is 2.36 meters long. Wow. And the height from all the way at the floor up to the top, it's 1 meter. So 1000 millimeters all the way to this point here. And then obviously it tapers down due to the design of the inner here. And the amount of cover that the vestibule offers here is around 80 centimeters, 800 millimeters. So that's a fair amount of, cover here. You can, set up a little stove or do a little bit of cooking here if it's wet weather. Let's set up a mattress here. There we go. So folks, check this out. Because of just how long it is, here is my Mountain Designs Airlight sleeping mattress. I've even pulled it a little bit away from the pocket there. There's a bit of space there. And then just check out how much room is left over. So as you can see, extremely long tent. If I don't want to leave my backpack outside overnight because of rodents and things that get into your backpack, it's got food and stuff, you can bring your backpack. Now mine's a smaller backpack, but if you get your 45 or 65 liter backpack, it could easily rest down here at your feet and you still got loads of room. Let's test it out. That's my feet going all the way down there. And as you can see, lots of headroom still over here. Hey look, this is not bad at all, this nightcat. Inside, you will get an idea of just how the inner closes in. This is quite normal. I might be able to extend it up a little bit higher, but this is quite normal for a one-man tent. If you want something bigger, there are bigger design tents out there, but for what this is and the weight that it is, it's fantastic. For a bit of shelter, you can set it up in 5 minutes, not a problemo at all. If you're sitting up inside, yes, your head will touch the mesh. If you're a taller individual, then maybe you need to get a bigger tent if you don't like this type of thing happening to you. In terms of beside me, there is still heaps of room here to store your extra goods, whatever maybe you like to put there. I still have a little bit of space on this side. Look, a meter in the center is very wide. Down there, how it tapers down to 80 centimeters, that's perfectly fine as well. So this just gives you a bit of an idea of the inside space and how it feels. So look, my final thoughts on the nightcat one person, one trekking pole tent is that this is an extremely high quality product. Nightcat have here a very, very good one-man tent. It's extremely lightweight. I really do like the quality of the material. Like you can tell, the feel of this compared to a few other tents that I've actually reviewed and used, it's high quality. The bucket in here, all right, this material in here, high quality. It's nice and thick and premium. It's just the feel that it has. The outer rain fly, okay, I love the way that it stretches out. You can get a really nice tautness, really nicely tensioned all the way around. It sets up in basically 5 minutes once you know what you're doing, and I hope this video showed you how to set this up. It's very, very easy to set up. The guy ropes are great, they reflect at night. The tensioners are easy to do up. The aluminium tent pegs, they're pretty typical of all of these type of tent systems. Only thing that I wish this came with was a ground sheet. Okay, I had to buy this for about $11 from AliExpress. I'll leave all links in the description of this video if you want to buy one for yourself. I wish they would supply one with this tent, but they don't, and I'd like to put these all around just to protect the underside of my tent, you know, anything that I can do to protect my investment. I think the ventilation in here is pretty cool. There is nice space all around the tent, like there's a little bit of space there that air can swing on underneath. The tent has a great amount of length. At 2.36 meters length, man, that is really, really long. In terms of width, you know, you do have a good amount of space inside, and the vestibule is 80 centimeters wide here. So there's lots of space in there. I do wish that somehow when I'm sitting up, this wasn't hitting my head as much. But then again, I own a few one-man tents now, and this is a common trait amongst a lot of these small ultra lightweight tents, in that if you want an inner, then there's got to be a little bit of give and take in terms of this may be touching your head as you're sitting up. Certainly not a deal breaker. If you need to quickly set up some shelter with an extra light tent, this is fantastic as an option. So yeah, Nightcat, really good tent, absolutely love it. If you're interested in getting this, I'll leave a link in the description. Check out that link and you can get yourself one of these Nightcats. All right, that's it. Thanks very much for watching the video, guys. If you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up, and I'll catch you on the next one.